Hello, hello, hello. It is another mini stream, and it is another stream for today. Whew, today's just been one of those days. We are live on twitch.tv/rosethewolf36, coming to you live from my living room couch. If sure, that's probably not very. Well, anyways. We are doing Mass Effect 2. I did some more scanning as a behind the scenes type thing, but then I ran out of money. So we need to do some quests. Okay, so let me switch it over for you guys. Where we last left off at, we got Mordin, we got Zaid, we got Garrus, we stopped at the Citadel and got Kasumi. There's a few more things we need to do. So, let's see. Why don't we go to the Ismar frontier and do Zaid's loyalty mission, as well as doing part of the Firewalker DLC. Got a field depot right there. So this is just Mass Effect 2 for the most part. Tryouts today were, whew, I'm happy we got through them, and I'm happy with the people we've selected. Everyone tried their hearts out, and I'm so proud of everyone that came and tried out. I understand the fear behind it, but you know, just simply going out and trying was all I could ask for.
Launching probe.
Or
scans have found something.
Or is all that's helpful that can be. What was I trying to say again? I think I need to fix my mic. I'm really quiet. Maybe that just means my laptop needs to go to sleep too. Anywho. Oh, what's this? I got a message from a teammate. The Geth Consensus. Okay. So this is just a mission needing a vehicle, but what I'm gonna do is bring on Garrus. Duh. And we'll bring on our resident thief, Kasumi. Kasumi Goto. Shadow Strike. Knight loves that tactic where you can just cloak and you can just sneak up on enemies. I wish I didn't misplace where I put my glasses are right here. There we go.
I don't think the ship is safe. We've run into the Geth far too often. I'm going to stay at the next site with Dr. Aloy. I think we'll be safer there.
Oh, and I don't remember if we did this last night or this morning, but we did the Alcaria DLC. We found everyone's tags. We found our helmets. We picked up some Ezo. And we placed the Normandy monument. My friend Knight, his headphones are broken and he won't be able to get them for a couple days. So for the most part, it'll just be me. Whoever's just tuning in, welcome, welcome. So happy to see you here today. That's the hammerhead. It's a hover her
Primary
vehicle.
systems online. Welcome to the M44 Hammerhead Infantry Fighting Vehicle. This is your onboard VI. Mission objectives located. Caution, guided missile system active.
Caution, guided missile system.
Would you look at that?
You definitely use the hammerhead in the
Obstruction
Overlord
detected.
DLC too.
Path is now clear.
Overlord, I think, was partially annoying. But yeah, we're just supposed to kind of spread out for a bit. Hopefully everyone's had a nice Saturday. For me it was nice and quiet for the most part. I think I just needed a little bit of R&R. But I guess that's the nice thing about Saturdays is you get just your R&R time. At some point I'm going to start streaming Halo again. We're gonna probably start streaming practices as well as scrims with any universities we play against, as well as tourneys.
This looks like it.
What's kind of sad though is I'm not gonna be KBM main because my Alienware laptop is so old and janky. Infinite is just too powerful for it. I mean, it complains every time I boot up Infinite on my PC that the video card is too weak. It can only see or register up to 4 gigabytes of visual data. But I need to save up for another gaming computer. But this fund right here that you see is more for getting me a useful touchscreen computer / tablet, since one of my majors is in
Mission objectives
illustration.
completed.
And it'd be nice to not have to lug around my big Huion tablet. Huion is such an awesome brand, but it just doesn't fit in my backpack at all. We got some research. I need to do some scanning out here, but I'll do that later.
Only half our fuel remains.
Let's go do Zaid's quest real quick. Okay. The focus here is Zaid. Hi, Mr. Geist. No, you're fine, don't worry. I'm happy that I can provide some entertainment and company while playing Mass Effect too. I'll probably be playing for just a little bit, maybe like another solid hour, and then I'm just gonna try to get some work done and then go to bed.
Tapping into Blue Sun's communications. Stay tight and look out for ambushes.
Squad Bravo, a shuttle landed near your location. Check it out.
Here we go. Keep close. Shot in the back and left to rot. It's definitely Vito's style. Let's push ahead.
Bye, Jack.
Command to Bravo. Take a position. Likely these people are not runaways. Report to base. Armed intruders incoming at the southern checkpoint.
Anyone else want some?
Where are you? That's not where you are.
Concussive shot ready.
I thought you reloaded.
Firing concussive shot. Nice. Who's next?
Reinforcements incoming. We got your backs.
My legs are not in a comfortable position right now. There is.
Lost shields.
Fenris snipes. Alrighty, well, let's press on. So we're still nailing down a practice schedule for our team. Our teams, I should say, at this point. We have enough members for 2 teams. And
This is Commander Santiago. Any of you retreat while the intruders are still alive.
then once we have a time, then I'll be able to put that down, and I'll be able to know exactly when I can stream.
Sounds like he hasn't changed.
Sounds like he needs to get shot.
Glad to see you and I agree. I knew he was a sadistic bastard back when we started the Blue Suns. The Suns only got meaner after he staged his little coup 20 years ago. So yeah, we have a past.
Why didn't anyone tell me you founded the Blue Suns?
Because it's not common knowledge. Vito wiped me out of the records. He ran the books, I led the men. Worked real well for a while. Then Vito decided to start hiring Batarians. Cheaper labor, he said. Gotta have terrorists, I said.
20
Yep.
years is a long time to hold a grudge.
A grudge? Vito turned my men against me. He paid 6 of them to restrain me while he put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger. For 20 years, I've seen that bastard every time I closed my eyes. Every time I sighted down on a target. Every time I heard a gunshot. Don't you call that a goddamn grudge?
Technicalities. I think this is why no, we don't want rows, we want to delete columns. But I understand the need for chemistry really with the team. It's important. Okay, there we go.
You survived a gunshot to the head?
Yeah. And you survived your ship getting disintegrated. A stubborn enough person can survive just about anything. Rage is a hell of an anesthetic.
We better get moving.
Director Southern Access. All squads mass at the gatehouse. Now!
They know we're here. Bring it on, you son of a bitch!
Squad Charlie, Delta, mass at the gatehouse.
Let's give Garrus the sniper.
Switch up!
You got it.
You right here.
I'm going!
Close enough, Zaid.
Zaid Masani, you finally tracked me down.
Vito.
Don't be stupid, Zaid. I have a whole company of bloodthirsty bastards behind me, ready to kill or be killed on my command. Actually, take your shot. Give my men a reason to put you down like the mad dog you are. Again. What was that? Gone nearsighted, old friend.
Burn, you son of a bitch.
Boom!
You just signed your death warrant, Masani.
What the hell are you doing?
What, did you see that? Did you see
Open
that
the gate.
T-pose right there?
Next time you're gonna blow something up, I want to know about it first.
Vito was confident. Had a lot of men. Now he's lost the home field advantage. If we keep up the pressure, no way he's getting out of here alive.
This isn't the time. We'll discuss this later.
Once Vito's dead, we can discuss anything you want.
Affirmative!
Hell yeah!
Well,
Help! We're trapped! We can't get to the gas valves to shut them off! The whole place is gonna blow!
No time. Vito's probably halfway to the shuttle docks by now.
Vito's wounded. How fast can he be?
Vito's smart. We stop to help these people, and he'll use this time to get away. And if he gets away, I'm blaming you.
I hate this morally. This is like a callback to the Revelation novel. But loyalty is everything in Mass Effect 2. If you don't have loyalty, they risk dying. And I prefer to have more opportunity and easier access to resources in Mass Effect 3.
Let's get moving before Vito gets away.
Glad you see it my way.
No! Help! No!
I'm sorry. I don't want to.
Take you out with me.
Nice. Saw that.
Snipe that one! Snipe that one! Affirmative!
What's in here?
This should come in handy. I've seen us.
Firing an impact shot.
My pleasure. Attacking target. On your six.
Up to you.
What'd you do, Zaid?
Vito! Stop hiding behind you, you man, and come fight me.
Nice shooting. One less to worry about.
This'll put him down. Hell of a shot.
Okay.
This might be useful.
Enemies on our right.
Did you see that? It just got deleted. Anything else in here? No? Okay.
Affirmative.
You should have died when I shot you the first time. Kill you, brother.
pyros.
I love it. Right. Hostile engaged.
Hell of a shot. That's it! Shoot it down!
Well then.
Incoming.
Oh no.
This should slow him down.
Lock it. Heads up!
Yep, I'm still rusty at this game. Cool. There's like nothing in here.
Zaid, please. You know it was nothing personal, just business, I swear. It was 20 years ago. Look at you. I did you a favor. Zaid, please. I'm gonna die here, man. Do something.
Try, you son of a bitch.
Remember, badasses do not look at explosions. They walk away from them into the sunset.
Oh, Miss Mama. Oh, she's my pretty girl indeed, and Caboose is my big boy.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something. So you knew Archangel from before. Interesting. Knew a lot of men taking jobs to kill the son of a bitch. I never saw the point. He and I wanted the same thing. A whole lot of mercs dead. Hell of a sniper, though. And he kept himself alive with all the mercs in Omega after him. That ain't easy. Hell of a mission down there on Zoria. I appreciate what you did down there. Might not seem like it, but you did the right thing. Killing Vito solves a lot of problems, and not just my own. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
I should probably go check up on the fish, just to make sure that they're not dead. Need to go check for some upgrades that I can use, and then we'll just keep doing missions and stuff. All the upgrades you can. And then I'll come back here later and do standing. Let's see. I say let's keep doing the Firewalker.
Anomaly detected. Probe away.
Wow, we need a lot of platinum.
Probe away. Something on our sensors.
Yippee, so time for Halo and time for Mass Effect. Yes, Overload is going to be very useful. Geth
Mission
armatures.
objectives. Mission objectives located. Geth dropship detected.
Ah, get Colossus down.
Acquired.
find also with Mass Effect Legendary Edition, it just gives you all the
Warning.
DLC.
Geth forces detected.
I actually had to buy my DLCs.
Extraction complete. Acquired.
There is random physics. I don't remember where I'm supposed to go. I think I remember now.
Warning. Hostile forces approaching.
Cool.
Acquired.
Whee! Would you ever want to drive one of these hovercrafts?
Extraction complete. Geth dropship detected.
Oh, there's a prime over there. Colossus is still alive. There's our Colossus right here. He's just... yeah.
Acquired.
Ooh, that kind of scared me a little. Oh. I think I'm supposed to go up that.
Extraction complete. Warning. Geth forces detected.
There's two Colossi here.
Acquired.
We got it.
Yes, bring me back to the Normandy.
Commander,
I'm
you
gonna check
received a new
just in
message at your
case there
private
is
terminal.
any more research we got. Good. Discord notification? You know what? I'm right here. I need to find more. I think there's certain. Oh, sick.
Probe launched. Launching probe.
Yeah, this is what I mean by this is like literally a huge chunk of the game is just scanning for
Probe away.
resources.
Probe away.
Does anyone have any special
Probe
plans
away.
for Valentine's Day this year? Truth be told is I don't have anyone special in my life right now. But one thing is certain, I think I've been abusing myself so much. So it's time to give myself some love. If that makes sense. There's nothing wrong
Probe
with
away.
putting on a Valentine's Day for yourself, getting yourself a gift, making yourself a priority, just showing yourself, your body, your soul, how much you love and adore it,
Launching probe.
and cherish it. I was reading something,
Probe away.
and there was a comment that said, it's a shame that we have to resort to guides to learn how to love someone. Instead, there's like how to win a man or how to keep them. It's like, that's not how it works. And with me learning how to properly love and understanding what it means to really be loved within the past 4 years of my life. I'm not gonna abandon or
Probe away.
forsake it.
Probe away.
It's something people fantasize. But here's the thing, love is not
Launching
a
probe.
feeling. It's a choice. Love is a verb. I don't know how you can have or find a verb. Grammatically, that
Launching
doesn't
probe.
make sense. So that kind of helps to put some things in perspective.
Launching probe.
I mean, it's like I said earlier, it's a very fantasized thing. But I think even I'm afraid of intimacy. But yeah,
Probe
I
launched.
think I'm learning more and more each day how to open up. I
Probe
mean,
launched.
someone could be saying, "What does she know? She's young." I'm like, but I've had experience of being an adult for almost 6 years now. I've been in. Hold on. I've been in 3 major car accidents in my lifetime.
Probe launched.
I've only gone to the ER twice since I've been an adult. I've been renting and paying in taxes. I've adopted 2 pets. I live in a different state, far away from my parents. I mean, if that ain't having experience of being an adult, I don't know what your definition of being an adult is. But the thing is, to be an adult, each experience is unique. Just like love someone's love story, it's unique. I really haven't had anything grand. I mean, there are people I've been in classes with, people I've been friends with for a long time.
Probe away.
Someone I matched with on Bumble, someone I met at a metal concert.
Launching probe.
I mean, my parents were classmates when they met.
Launching probe. Probe away.
My grandparents, my maternal grandparents were high school sweethearts.
Launching probe.
My paternal grandparents were just a match made. It was a blind date.
Away.
Dang it! Probes.
Fuel reserves at 50%.
But we don't get the probe upgrade until we get Samara.
Probe launched.
I forget each what Tally, Jack, Legion give. Grunt gives you an upgrade for his shotgun. I forget what Thane gives you.
Launching probe. Probe away.
But I mean, if you want the unique love story between Garrus and Shepard, well, you know how they met. Shepard was a Spectre candidate.
Probe away.
Garrus was a C-Sec officer. And they were going after the same thing, and they teamed up and became best friends. And I mean, if you're a male Shep and you team up with Tally, I mean, he's gonna be a Spectre, she's a child on her pilgrimage. I've been texted. I know I have a package to pick up, but I'm not doing it tonight. Today was just kind of like my off day for me, if that makes sense.
Probe away. Launching probe.
But I mean, if we're just having like an off evening, just sitting around by the TV and the video game and just chatting, I guess there's something wrong with that.
Launching probe.
But when I'm going back on topic, I think I greatly fantasize my love story too.
Maybe that's why I'm just so good at writing it that. Because it all appeals to the pathos. It appeals to your emotions. But I think that within itself is a weakness. Emotions are good, but matters of the heart can easily deceive you. When they say follow your heart, it's a big deception. You have to think. And I think even now as I'm in school and about to transfer out of the games program, I'm finally understanding that. Not all passions can be a career. You have to think about how can you support yourself and eventually your family.
Probe away.
And it seems like they kind of force you to figure that out in high school, but in truth be told, in high school you just focused on homecoming, prom, dating, puberty, acne, sexual urges, grades, SATs, ACTs. Though please, I'm just gonna give you this advice and say, don't. Not worth it. Just go to community college. It'll help knock out some of that GE, and it'll really help you find yourself. It's basically college, but much cheaper and lower stakes, I'd say. And a bit more comfortable. But I speak from personal experience too. I mean, like, if you have like an opportunity, like a credit enrollment or do community college instead of high school, but have it count for credits, or just do it.
Probe launched.
And plus, transfer requirements can be more lenient too.
Launching probe.
I wish I had done that, listened to myself, stayed there. But I think I needed the experience of going away to another university and just being dumb for me to realize that. But I'm at the best school for me. It's where I need to be.
Probe away.
I'm gonna tell you, it'll take you a lot of tries before you find the right place for you.
Probe launched.
I've had to make a lot of mistakes first.
Launching probe.
I mean, let me tell you, Flagstaff is isolating. We scrim with a team from there because I actually went to that school for 2 years of my life. I don't know how they make do up there.
Probe launched.
But you know, it just wasn't the place for me. And now I'm out here at a different state, at a different school.
Probe away.
It wasn't what I fantasized to be either, but that's okay. But I'm actually happier out here.
Launching probe.
It's what I needed. It's hard to figure out what you need and don't need. That's just also part of life and learning. I mean, I could probably talk all night, all day about what I've learned over the years. But I don't think that's what everyone's here for. You're here because I play Mass Effect, and Mass Effect's interesting, or yes, maybe you are here for me. Well, I'm very humbled that you enjoy my company, or at the very least my voice. Just idly talking.
Probe away.
But here's the thing. Like, I have a couple of dormitory horror stories that I could tell while I was in Arizona, because I actually lived in the dorm my first year, and then in on-campus apartments, studio apartment / dorm, with another roommate for another year, and I got an equal amount of horror stories for both. My first roommate was an out-of-state person, just like me.
Probe
She was
away.
a photography major, and she was from Hawaii, I think it was.
Launching probe.
She was from Hawaii. Gone a lot. I don't think we truly clicked, but we respected each other. At least.
Probe launched.
I lived on the first floor, and this thing about this dorm was it was the largest dorm on campus, and it's supposed to be the sports
Launching
dorm.
probe.
I picked it because it's closest to the engineering building because at the time I was a computer science major. But here's the interesting thing. They have a gymnastics club, and since I was still heavily into gymnastics at the time, I think I had done it for about 10 years recreationally, I joined it. And then one day it was September actually, I got invited to join in on the warm-up and practice with the team. No biggie, sounds cool. We're doing jump, hurdle, round off, rebound, and then keep on with the hurdling round off drills. On my last round off, I forgot to tighten up. I land wrong. I fall because I land wrong. You could hear a huge crack in my ankle. And I'm just there in pain. My ankle's throbbing. I'm scared because I don't know what's going on. But at the same time, I'm just holding it together. A friend was nice enough to bail me out, take me to the ER. They did x-rays. The doctor said I got lucky. I was a hair's width away from a fracture in which I would have had to gone into immediate surgery so they could put plates in so it would heal properly. But it was just a really bad sprain. I had a stick shift car at the time, so it was lucky that someone on the team knew how to drive stick shift so they could drive my car back. They gave me crutches and like an inflatable brace. And I think I was on that for a couple days. But the worst part was for this dorm that was supposed to be the athletes dorm, they had no elevators. Have you ever gone on crutches? On stairs? It was awful. It was truly awful. You know what the first thing I did when I was able to kind of walk again, even though I was on a brace? All I did was clean. My roommate felt so bad for me. She did everything she could to help be of assistance to me. Like, when I went to go shower, she would help carry my bath stuff. But I think the RAs eventually stepped in. A friend loaned me her stepladder until I got one of my own so I could get onto my bed easier because it was lofted pretty high. I was very disappointed they discontinued their shuttle services for injured kids.
Probe away.
I forget which department it was. The bus drivers were nice enough to wait for me because I had crutches, and people were nice enough to let me sit.
Probe away.
Let's see what else. But the friend that bailed me out, I do hope she's doing well. I think she was just about as lost as I was in life. She was from
Launching probe.
Phoenix area initially, so she drove me down, and that was the first time I've ever been in the Sonoran Desert as well as Phoenix area. I saw my very first saguaro cactus, and I got to see the Veterans Day Memorial for the first time, and I got to see Phoenix for the first time. Her parents welcomed me, as well as her siblings.
Probe away.
They took care of me, though I kind of yawned when I had to watch X-Men Apocalypse.
Probe launched.
They let me stay the first night.
Probe away.
Second day, they made sure I had breakfast. She helped me get the tickets because, funny enough, a little after a week after I badly sprained my ankle, I'd be going to a Trivium Sabaton concert in Tempe. So she helped me pick up my tickets for that. Then she took me to a family member's that had cats. And he fixed my wallet keychain. And eventually she dropped me off at Scottsdale, my aunt's house. I say aunt, she's a childhood friend of my mother's. and her 2 kids, my cousins. One's in high school now. I think she's about to graduate, and the other one's still in college. Though I wonder what the heck he's doing. Her mother, my aunt's mother was a physical therapist, so she helped me kind of, you know, do PT with my ankle a bit. But, you know, the cousins were awesome. They were there to help me get around and stuff. They had 2 cats and a dog, Mally, and then the 2 cats were Lucci and wow, I forgot the other one. But she gets cranky until you shave her, is apparently what it is. Lucci was a very stinky cat, but so sweet. He kept kind of claiming my chest and cuddling me, and I'm just like, oh, you smell so bad, but you're such a cute little cuddler. Yeah. Yeah. But you know, just like Athlete Storm, no elevator. What are you gonna do if you're injured? An athlete that's injured and can't really walk.
Launching probe.
I will say though, this didn't happen until my spring semester. It does happen to where the fire alarm can go off while you're in the shower. It's happened to me once where the fire alarm went off and it caught me while I was in the shower. So I had to turn off the water. And please, please, please get yourself a bathrobe if you go to the dorm. Because I guarantee you, it's going to help you keep your dignity. Especially if you're forced to go out. I have no idea what Edie's talking about right now. But I will say this horror story. Let's see. We just got back. It's the first week of spring semester. It's still very cold and snowy outside. For some odd reason, it's Friday morning, like 2 a.m. My body decides to wake me up from a dream. And I'm hearing something faint in the hallway, and I'm realizing that's the fire alarm. But here's the thing why my adrenaline started running out of fear, is if the fire department or the police officers catch you inside your dorm room, doesn't matter what you're doing, the fire alarm goes off, they will fine you. Like, legit assign you a fine, is what the RAs warned us about. So I just remember being like, how long have I been asleep? Are they here? So I just remember putting on my coat, putting on my slippers, and just running outside. But then people start following me. I'm just like, oh, must have just happened. But what was worse was that it was still cold and snowy outside, and I just remember slipping constantly on the ice. But keep in mind, I was not wearing proper snow protection either. And I think I only got like an additional 2 hours of sleep before I had to wake up for my 8 to get ready for my 8 a.m. Yeah. And another thing with my dorm was I wasn't assigned my roommate, we just picked out our rooms. I tried to befriend some girls on my floor, especially since a couple of them were from kind of like the same parts of California as I was, but they didn't really pay me any mind. I tried to keep doing everything. I remember getting advice about like keeping my dorm open, trying to go on top to them. My mother had given me an Instapot when I graduated, so I tried cooking some food to share with everyone, but that didn't work. That's just the problem with us girls. We click. And once we click, it's tight-knit. And the only way you can get in is through a pair of scissors and just cutting their entire thing. Yeah. The only friend in that dorm I did make, she actually lived on the 4th floor of the dorm, and she lived by herself in there because her roommate had moved out. We were the same age at the time. She's pretty awesome. I think she actually got married a couple years, like a year or 2 ago, to her high school sweetheart. And last I heard from her, she was studying to be she instead changed her major and decided to be a librarian. She looks like she's doing well on Facebook at least, and I'm happy for her.
Launching probe.
Let's see. I guess if you want any more horror stories, I think I have a few more. My roommate, my second year, was the sweetest girl ever. She was from Anchorage, Alaska, and she was more than happy to spend time with me. She appreciated the weekly dinners. It was a bit of a challenge because she was vegetarian, but we made it work.
Probe away.
Especially since we started kind of doing some breakfasts.
Probe launched.
She was a chemistry major. She was like a geology or a chemistry major, just like one of my friends.
Launching
Anywho,
probe.
what was interesting was that she wasn't home for this, I believe. Not yet. No, she was. It was October. I was just started seeing someone at the
Probe
time.
launched.
I noticed that there is water coming out of someone's door, a few doors down from me. I'm on the second floor, mind you. And a couple of us are watching as one of the monitors just goes to check. She opens the door and water just comes pouring out like a flood. These poor kids' rooms had a pipe burst in there, and their whole room flooded, and you could just watch the water rushing down the hallway like a river. My roommate and I at the time actually put up tower defenses so that way water couldn't get in. That didn't really work very well, but they actually gave us a week-long hotel accommodation for free. We made sure we got everything we needed out of there. I dropped her off at the hotel. At least the bus stopped by the hotel that got into campus. I told her, if you need anything, let me know. The guy I was seeing let me stay with him and his roommates then. I think it was for like a couple days because they had to put these giant heaters in the room also to kind of suck out the water and dry it out so that way mold wouldn't form. Because black mold, I believe, is deadly. And it was supposed to be like hot, like very hot in there. But I guess, like, if you know anything about killing mold,
Launching probe.
I mean, feel free to let me know. Yeah. I mean, that's probably not the worst thing to ever happen to me. What was interesting was with my stick shift car at the time,
Probe launched.
2016 going 2017, I got into a collision while visiting my parents. Someone just rear-ended me, but the insurance company didn't total it until I brought it back with me to Flagstaff, with it literally being held together by duct tape. But what was kind of nice was that next to campus there was like a Target, a Whole Foods, Joann's, Michael's, Safeway was a reasonable walk, and I could easily take the bus to a grocery store chain out there called Bash's for anything I needed. It was kind of hard because the campus itself was pretty hilly, and there was a lot of ice at the time before I was able to get my prior car, which was the Pilot.
Launching probe.
I mean, Flagstaff is so small. There's only one bowling alley and one movie theater in town.
Probe away.
I'm trying to think if I have any other stories for you guys to share. At this point, some of these streams should just be called Storytime with Bros. I'm not sure if I have a lot of interesting stories right now, but, you know, as I continue living my life, I'll probably just keep going. I'll probably get more stories to tell. Maybe that just makes the scanning go by easier if I just tell stories to everyone. Let's see. I will say though, the president at the time at NAU was an interesting person to say the least. Nobody liked her at all. She had a prerogative to make sure that incoming freshmen did not have any cars. But a huge chunk of us are out of state. And Flagstaff is hugely isolated. Because I think, like, keep this in mind. It's like a 2-hour radius to get anywhere from Flagstaff, whether it's Phoenix to the south, Kingman to the west.
Probe launched.
some other town that that inspired an eagle song to the east. I've forgotten it at this point.
Probe away.
I don't know. She would never cancel school entirely if there was a lot of snow or ice. She just said it'd be delayed. So one time I was walking to the bus stop to go to class. I had discrete math that day as well as English grammar punctuation class.
Probe launched.
I stepped where there wasn't a path, and you can guess that I easily sprained my ankle. I couldn't get up, and I actually had to call out,
Launching
help,
probe.
help, until someone was nice enough to help me up and get me back into my on-campus apartment, where I put on a brace, hobbled to the bus, and hobbled to the health center. Because the nice thing about this university I went to is that they had an on-campus urgent care, on-campus doctors, on-campus. Like, it was so nice. The university I go to now has their own hospital system, just on campus for me, but they don't accept my insurance. And the student insurance, so there's a lot of horror stories I've been told. So, the nurses that were taking care of me and looking at my ankle were saying, well, you're not gonna be, you won't be the last one with ice-related injuries today. So yeah, that was fun. But you know, it was the easiest way for me to get a doctor's note or checked out if I'm sick. Oh, and that was where I got exposed to my very first flu test. It wasn't fun.
Launching probe.
They stick a swab up your nose. And they had to stick it up deep in me, so I actually asked if they could have some nurses hold me down. I don't know what 18-year-old me at the time was thinking about that. It was not fun. I was crying. I was tearing. It felt so
Probe
awful.
away.
But also, they had an on-campus pharmacy. Like, I could go right next door, get medicine for whatever I needed, and took my insurance. I didn't have to go off-campus or anything.
Launching probe.
Oh man, like, those were nice, but you know, that's just, I can easily compare that I'm talking about to the children of Israel, thinking about the quote-unquote good old days of when they were still slaves of Egypt in Exodus.
Launching probe.
Because I mean, all that was pretty much in vain. I was going to be quitting that, withdrawing from that, and returning to my parents' house to pick up the pieces.
Probe launched.
But I mean, throughout all that, my mother thought I was going to commit suicide. But you know, suicide has never crossed my mind. And I think everyone's grateful for that. I think I did think about it once recently, but I immediately squashed that because I love my cat so much. Caboose and Miss Mama are my everything. Let's go get someone instead. Let's go get Jack. Oh, I'm just looking at the time right now. I think I'll stop it right here. Story time with Rose. Oh, it leveled up. I'll just say right here, thank you guys so much for tuning into my mini stream tonight. Tomorrow I aim for it to be a productive day. Instead, Miss Mom is just looking so cutely at me right now. I think she wants some attention. So if you guys enjoy tuning in or even just listening, click on that purple heart to follow. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's also Rose the Wolf 36, so that way you can stay updated to any shenanigans I get into with my friends. Sometimes I go live on there as well, in addition to Twitch. And don't forget to follow the Twitter handle. I do my best to update whenever I go live or something happens or whatever on there. Okay, let's see, who are we gonna raid? Ooh, Anemone Rose is on. I met her at another Mass Effect stream I was watching earlier today. So why don't we go say hi to her? So when we go, you're gonna say, I'm Commander Shepard and this is my favorite stream on the Citadel, okay? Alrighty. So with that in mind, you guys have a great night, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Night.